The federal court has agreed to hear a potentially precedent-setting case that challenges Canada's definition of adoption. It could eventually overturn a decade-long ban on adoptions from Muslim countries, something the government promised to review 5 years ago. The woman at the heart of the case is arguing the ban is discriminatory and violates Canada's charter. The CBC's Angelina King shows us what's at stake for one family wanting to be reunited.
Aside from video calls, it's been more than 6 years since Jamila Kadir has seen 3 of her children. They may be far in Pakistan, but their bond remains close. We aren't identifying them for their safety.
There is, you can say, probably a biological child-parent relationship between us.
Their biological mother, Kadir's sister, died in 2012, so Kadir and her husband took them in as their own. Her lawyer is translating.
I knew that I would do anything I can to make sure that they never felt motherless.
Now she speaks with them daily, offering motherly advice, even shopping online with the girls.
We are emotionally attached with her. She really supports us in every matter.
Even though the adoptions were officially recognized by a Pakistani court almost 5 years ago, Kadir can't bring them to Canada. That's because the adoptions are under an Islamic arrangement known as kafala, the only form of adoption in Pakistan and many other Muslim countries. The Canadian government says kafala doesn't sever legal ties between adopted children and their biological parents like Canadian adoptions do.
In the context of kafala adoptions, the tie between parents and child lives on. Largely, this is a symbolic aspect of adoption.
Kadir, through her lawyer and with the help of her brother, have launched a court challenge, not just for her kids, but for all Muslim families who are separated since this ban went into place more than a decade ago. Kadir argues the law is discriminatory and unconstitutional, violating the right to equality, freedom of religion, and security of the person.
It's certainly our hope that the ban will be overturned with this case. If the judge allows me to have my children in Canada, I would feel like I've gotten the whole world.
Kadir says if not, she doesn't know what to do. She has 2 young biological children living with her in Canada. She's considered moving the family to Pakistan, but says it's not safe there and why she left in the first place. Their sect, Ahmadi Muslims, have been long persecuted in Pakistan, facing violent attacks. Kadir points to scars on her daughter's face and arms, saying she had to get reconstructive surgery after being attacked for being Ahmadi. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada said it can't comment on an active litigation, but said provinces and territories collectively decided to suspend adoptions from Pakistan because the law there isn't recognized here, nor in international treaties that address adoption. But other countries that have signed on to those treaties, like the US and the UK, don't see it that way.
A case like this should really not fall on the shoulders of a family. The last thing they need is for their government to be telling them what their religion prescribes or doesn't prescribe.
For Kadir, Canada is accepting and safe.
Here, everyone is considered equal. I feel free in Canada.
She just hopes her children will be able to feel that too after the court case is heard later this year. Angelina King, CBC News, Toronto.